So what's the best fertilizer for your St. Augustine grass that will keep your grass green and lush year round? Well, stick around and I'll give you the answer. How's it going, guys? Hope everyone is doing fantastic. I'm Joe with the Lawn Doctor, and today I'll be giving you all some tips on how to choose the right fertilizer for your St. Augustine grass. So is there a simple answer to this question? Well, unfortunately, there's not. In fact, there's a lot to consider when choosing the right fertilizer. Like I mentioned on a previous video, there's two main types, which is organic and synthetic. All right, guys, so this is the different types of fertilizers that I'm going to go over today, starting with the first one here, which is a Carbon Pro G by Lesco. This is an organic soil amendment that helps improve root growth, enhances nutrient uptake, and helps with stress tolerance against heat and drought. So this is more of a long-term health food for your grass. So you can see on the analysis, it has 47% compost, 47% biochar, and some humic acid. This next product is a Milo product that you can get at any big box store. And I would consider this more of a hybrid. It does have some organic characteristics and some synthetic. It has some slow release nitrogen, helps improve soil structure, and will not burn your lawn even in high heat. This next one, this is your synthetic fertilizer, and this is a Harold's Pro with an analysis of, or an NPK of 28% nitrogen, 3% phosphate, and 10% potassium. So this one will help your grass push growth, improve appearance, so it'll give you that nice, lush, dark green color. But if your soil is not healthy, you're not taking full advantage of it, which is why you start off with the organic. Now, these last two products, I just wanted to show you guys, but these are more of like supplemental to your fertilizer program. They can help lower or raise your pH, and they contain either calcium or sulfur that helps achieve their goal. So on this one, you can see it says raises soil pH, and on this other one, it says helps lower your soil pH. So depending on how your soil is, whether it's high or low on pH, these are good products to apply so that your soil can naturally get all the nutrients that these fertilizers will give you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually apply the Harold's product, because I already applied this organic fertilizer, I want to say about 5 weeks ago. So I'm going to show you how I apply this product to my grass. So one thing I did forget to mention is that there is products out there that are labeled as weed and feed products, which is a combination of herbicide and fertilizer. Now, even though they seem convenient, there is some cons to them. So you got to be careful. And I will go over the cons, or pros and cons, on another video as well. Now, before I apply the synthetic fertilizer, I just wanted to show you guys what a before looks like. Now, I do have Bermuda. This is actually a Tip Tough Bermuda. And you can see that it has, a little bit of a yellowish appearance. So we'll see probably within a couple weeks. I will show you guys the after so you can see the difference in color, and it should be nice and green. So fertilizers already applied. You can see the color, so it should be a lot greener, a lot nicer in a couple of weeks. I chose Bermuda instead of St. Augustine just because I like the feel of it. To me, it just feels a lot lighter. It's not that heavy. And I just like the look of it more than St. Augustine. You can see my neighbor here has St. Augustine. You see the difference there. Now, I have mine at about an inch and a half tall. Uh, and that's the other thing, that Bermuda likes to be cut short, while St. Augustine likes to be cut high. Now, there's a misconception that, a lot of people here, actually about 95%, I would say 90% of the residents here in the RGV, they choose St. Augustine grass. Uh, some say it's because they think, St. Augustine grass does not need any maintenance. You just lay the sod, you pretty much water it, and you'll be good. But that's not the case. St. Augustine grass is very prone to disease, to fungus. So if you don't do the proper maintenance, if your soil is not healthy, you don't do the fertilization, um, it's not gonna last you too long before you're probably gonna have to replace it or get somebody to help. And speaking of help, the lawn doctor, if you guys need a free estimate, if you need a free diagnosis, call me. Thanks for watching, and God bless.